Welcome to New Jersey Morning Show. I'm Cara DeFalco, and we are almost halfway through January, and most people have already given up on their New Year's resolution. And for most folks, they had some version of get healthy as their resolution, right? So here now to help us set up some realistic goals for ourselves in 2024 is transformational wellness coach Mara Scott. Mara, welcome to the show.
Hello.
I'm so happy to have you here.
It's really fun to be here.
Thank you for joining us. So Mara, you do all things wellness, from massage, yoga, Pilates, stretch therapy. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started in the industry of wellness?
So growing up, I was very overweight, about 90 pounds overweight until the end of college. And I started to transform myself through diet and exercise. And then once I did that, I felt a lot of this healing energy. And I started my career as a massage therapist in 2007. And that really laid the foundation for me understanding energy and sharing healing and wellness and understanding the back and the spine. And that led to Pilates, led to yoga, and now I teach about 15 to 17 classes a week, one-on-one and small groups, and have developed a modality of movement for longevity. And I just love sharing weight loss, transformation, and weight loss.
And I love it. And I love your message because, like you said, you really come at it from that sort of energetic place versus, calories in, calories out. So I think you really kind of take the whole person into account with your work.
Yeah.
So what is it specifically about the new year that inspires people to kind of make these, drastic changes in their lifestyle, their health, their diet?
So the obvious answer to that, right, is that it's the clean slate. And I like that you just said that my favorite word, energy, because it is the energy of the clean slate that is so inspiring, so hopeful. It is energizing because as we move through our day-to-day, we're kind of bogged down by overwhelm of our life, and we think of this like, okay, have that clean slate. That's where the energy is. That's right. Where we can feel like a little bit lighter, where we are not as heavy with all of the things that weigh us down that we want to do, the overwhelm of the changes that we want to make.
Right. So then why do you think most of those resolutions, just go by the wayside in those first few weeks?
Because of the overwhelm. I mean, right? To make a change, like we all know that there are certain things in our life. Generally, if you're a mentally healthy person, you mostly want to grow, evolve, be a better version of yourself. So we all know that there are those things that we want to be implementing, but it's just not really realistic to go from A to Z, and we get overwhelmed, our habits kick in, and then, you start to let yourself drop the new habits, and it's hard to keep them up.
It is hard to keep them up, and I do think that so many people go for that total, like you said, A to Z and skip the rest of the alphabet versus, it's like, I'm going to drop 40 pounds and go to the gym every day and start eating this way. And it's like, have you had a glass of water today?
Right, exactly. Break it down to the day.
So what are some of the suggestions, or what would you suggest for someone who wants to create change in their life, but may be suffering with that overwhelm already, where they're like, but, I can't do all of this.
Okay, so ready?
I'm ready.
This is something I've been teaching on in my classes for the past few weeks, and I think it's pretty revolutionary. So toss out the yearly resolution because that's old news. The new way is a daily resolution. So if your bigger goal is to drop a few pounds, check in with yourself and see what can you do today to fuel a little bit of energy for that tomorrow. So there's a lot of things you can do, right? So one of them could be, you know what, I had a lot of sugar over the holidays. I'm going to do just no sugar today besides fruits. And so that's, this idea of the daily resolution is that little bite-size thing that you can be reinforcing throughout the day and actually follow through with. And that follow-through is going to create more self-confidence, self-trust, and then it'll fuel the next day so you feel a little bit more energized to continue on the path.
I love that. And I think I actually got emotional when you said that, because I was like, oh my gosh, what a wonderful simple insight because, and you're right, and I think, for someone like me who's, my day-to-day does not look the same. Like I think a lot of folks these days, we've got this whole gig economy. Very few people have a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 where your schedule is set. So I think, there are days where I'm up and out the door early and I don't have time in the morning to like eat a balanced breakfast or, get in a meditation kind of a thing. And so when I try to tell myself I'm going to do those things daily, knowing full well that on one particular day I'm not going to be able to, if you tackle it day by day and go, okay, I can move it to the afternoon today or exactly that. Like, what can I do today to achieve this goal, this overarching goal? I think that's really beautiful. So what are some of the things that then you would recommend people focus on as their daily resolutions?
Yeah. So I always recommend that people check in with themselves. How often do you just go throughout your day and not stop to really consider, how am I feeling today?
Right.
So even just checking in and saying, how am I feeling today? How do I want to feel today? And what do I need to feel good? So that's a Post-it that I have all over my apartment. What do I need to feel good today? And knowing, right, again, if your, maybe your bigger yearly resolution is better self-care. And you know that you're going to have a period of time at the end of the day, maybe, your kids are with a babysitter or whatever, that you can plug in one little piece of self-care for the afternoon. So then that's your daily resolution. Maybe your daily resolution is to drink more water. Maybe it's, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and I want to set my alarm and meditate for 10 minutes. And then that's something that you can just do, check it off the list, and then you can create a second daily resolution if you want for yourself. But it's really the idea of building that self-confidence muscle and being able to trust yourself in the follow-through that's going to give you that more energy to follow through the next day as well.
I absolutely love that. And I think it's so, we're learning, I feel like, more and more about that, where it is. That's like, if you can kind of keep those small promises to yourself,
totally,
you really start to change so much about your life. Mara, where can folks go to find you, more about your business and stuff? Because you said you do teach classes. Are you accepting new students or?
So I am accepting virtual healthy weight management clients. So not necessarily weight loss. I really believe in embracing where you are at any point on your weight journey. But the idea is that life is heavy, and I believe that we all have a light within us, a light around us. We can shed these layers that dull us. And I really want to help people one-on-one to be creating whatever their management weight situation ideally is for them, to be able to create custom wellness for them. So they can find me on Instagram at thisisliving.light, and then you can also email me at everybodyexhale@gmail.com.
I absolutely love it. Thank you. That daily resolution tip is
it's
life-changing.
Cool, right?
It really is. It takes the pressure off.
Totally.
It really does. Because if your daily resolution is 8 ounces of water today, how easy is that? And then you're done. I love it. I love it. Everybodyexhale@gmail.com. This is Living Light on Instagram.
Yes.
That is where you can find Miss Mara Scott. Mara, thank you so much for joining us today. I so appreciate it.